sweetheart.
Good morning, everyone. Hello, let's focus over here. Hang on a second. There we go. Gotta do that YouTuber thing of getting the hands to get your camera to focus. Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday for you. It's Friday for me. So cheers. I guess that's my new thing now. The first sip is always the sweetest, especially when the little one starts crying immediately as soon as you turn on the camera. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a giant display of flowers here. These are anniversary flowers from the Labsta, so thank you, sweetheart. Sit to master plan work. Crying till mommy come get me. Now she hold me. So good morning. Say hello. Why? I get this a lot, especially from people in my office because I bring him in sometimes, and he's like a human baby. He refuses to just let me hold him. He has to have the hand, or I guess arm, hi bud, right there, and then he does a little neck nuzzle. I love you. You're such a dirt. Alright, I'm gonna put you down now. There you go. Alright, enough with the bullshit. So, these are my anniversary flowers, and I cried when I got them because it's never happened before, and it was very sweet, and they're very beautiful. And so I don't know if you noticed over to the far corner, these are in a separate vase. Those are flowers that I bought on clearance at Sprouts last week, so they have been just overtaken with a more beautiful arrangement. I'm very happy because I enjoy having flowers on my table. I think they make it look nice. This is like just insanely beautiful, and so I'm very grateful. So anyway, good morning. How are ya? We're back for another one of these, and I don't know if any of you guys keep up with the beauty community on YouTube, but holy sheep, it is imploding. There's a lot of controversy, I guess you could say, that has come up this week. And I'm not a drama channel, nor do I watch a whole lot of the drama channels. You know, occasionally I will, just to kind of see what's going on. But I think after everything that's happened this week, I don't know how I feel about that kind of stuff, because there's been a bunch of apologies made. It seems like, and I tweeted this out as well, the beauty community is now in the scene of Mean Girls, where everyone's just apologizing for everything they've ever done wrong and falling into the pile of girls, which in this case you can't physically do that because they're all internet personalities, but that's what everyone's doing, is just apologizing for what they've done wrong. Which is not the topic for this week for me. I just have been thinking about that and wanted to bring it up. And if you two are going to chase each other around the whole time, this is I guess, it's not even a downside really. It's just one of the no, not an issue. One of the obstacles of filming with two animals is that if they want to play and I'm trying to record something, it ain't gonna work. At any rate, yeah, it's a mess, and work has been a challenge, but we're getting through it, and it's gonna be okay. And after this week, we have 3 weeks left until we're supposed to be finishing with the show, which is good because then in 2 weeks after that, I will be going to Hawaii for the first time. So that's officially going to be a thing. I think I've already mentioned. And it's very exciting times. There's a lot of stuff going on. I kind of wanted today to be a back to school advice episode, but I didn't think enough in advance for the things I want to say or any specific stories I want to talk about, so I think I'll save that for next week when I have my thoughts together, because there's a weird there's a weird mishmash of people who start school after Labor Day and then everyone else. For example, I went to college on the East Coast and we started school after Labor Day, as all schools do, at least in Massachusetts where I was. When I lived in New Mexico for the entirety of my life before then, we started school around mid to late August, and I think we got Labor Day off because it's a holiday, but we didn't just get to not do anything. But then they have to go to school until June, and we were done at the end of May. So it balances out, but it just wasn't a thing that I did until I moved to Boston. So thanks, Massachusetts. Oh, also forgot. Could you not? So here's the thing, sidebar, before I explain what my coffee is for the day. My dog, Duke, as you've seen, he loves Sasha, who's my cat. She's a beautiful lady. She's very old, and so she's not having it with these puppy antics. So he will chase her around or try to play with her or like chest bump her basically, and she's just like, no, not for you. She's not having it. And today is one of those days. He wants to, play, and so that's why he does that whiny noise. And she just kind of like either will sit there or walk away from him because she's like, I don't have time for you, because it's just who she is. Anyway, so my coffee here is the 5th of the last, or that doesn't make any sense. Sorry, I'm still just waking up here. This is one of the last pumpkin spice K-Cups that I have from last year. So it's pumpkin coffee with maple syrup and silk soy creamer. And if you haven't had it and you are a basic white girl, then you are missing out because it's delish. So yeah, this week has been a bit of a challenge. I'm pre-filming because I'm leaving out of town tonight. I'm not gonna say where, because if someone who's not supposed to know where I'm going because it's a winkety winkety surprise, I don't want to ruin it. And so the plan is to pre-record this video and upload on a schedule so that for the first time, actually I don't know, I feel like I have the best of intentions. I think, okay, I'll wake up at 9 a.m. on Saturday and record the video by 10 and then upload it, and it should be there by like 11. But in reality, even still, that's 11 o'clock Pacific time is 2 p.m. Eastern time. Which, that's not the morning anymore, so I don't know. Like in my head, if I can get the video up by 9 a.m., then it's noon Eastern time, so it's at least a little bit better. But even still, it's not like, it's not what I want. I want for this to be morning for everyone. So that's why also maybe tweaking the format of this so it would potentially record on Saturday and then schedule the upload for Sunday morning. Or just not go to the gym Fridays anymore as I'm doing today. But today I have an excuse because I have a lot of things going on, and I am leaving directly from work to the airport, so I will be taking my suitcase and everything with me. So there's a lot going on today, so there's a reason why I'm not. But that is something I guess that I haven't talked about yet that I kind of wanted to mention because it's a thing that's happening, and this is my video diary essentially, is that I've been getting back into going to the gym. So as I have discussed in my questions video where I talked about how I lost all the weight because when I was in college, which actually yesterday is the anniversary of my transformation picture that I posted, so it's kind of funny that this is like exactly a year later and this is what we're coming up on. So when I was in college, I gained a bunch of weight and then kind of went down and then plateaued a little bit and then really went down and then now have been kind of like creeping back up. And so I kind of wanted to talk about that because I see a lot of times, and I don't know if it's because I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, mostly Instagram and Twitter, I would say. There are a lot of weight loss photos that get posted, like, you know, I'm down such and such pounds, which also, I saw one, I think it was yesterday, that this girl was saying, it's funny how guys will hit you up later and say, why didn't we ever talk in high school? And it's like, because you made fun of me. And that was my life. Exactly. First of all, I was the middle school principal's daughter, so nobody wanted to hang out with me because they thought I was gonna just narc on any bad thing they did. Second of all, I was not cute. Like, my style in high school was, I think, at some point I had bangs, so maybe I would straighten my bangs, but it was just a bun, not like a top bun, like a big fluffy bun on top of my head, because I had really long curly hair. I still now have long curly hair, but I don't usually like fluff it out in a bun. I just and pin it down to my head and go. So my style in high school was that big bun, a t-shirt of any variety, such as my FCCLA high school t-shirt that I still have, and jeans and flip-flops, and that was it. I was not cute in high school by anyone's standards. Like, I just didn't have the time or the energy because I was working and going to college, and I didn't care. And I never really dated all that much in high school, and you know what? That's fine. So I read that, and I thought that's so true. And it said a thread, which means there's a bunch of tweets that essentially tell a story about this one point that one person can talk about. If you don't use Twitter, you don't know what I'm talking about, but just bear with me, please. So she was talking about how she saw this article, which I should have known was the first, like, this is a BS post, but I didn't, about some study that you can lose up to, I think it was, I want to say 60 pounds in a month, but I feel like that's too much. Maybe it was something less, like 40. But even still, that's a lot of weight to lose in 1 month. And so it was all promoting this bogus weight loss thing. And I was so frustrated, and I unliked the tweet immediately, because the initial one, because that's such crap. Like, don't try to hook me in with that, hey, remember when you were a fat kid in middle school and high school and no one liked you? Well, me too. Here's this thing. You know, like, don't do that. That was really me. I had to live through that. And so I was a little, you know, frustrated by that. But long story long, what my point is that a lot of people will always post their weight loss journey, or look at how much weight I've lost, this is me now, which I have done that. I mean, I clearly did that a year ago, and it was the most liked picture on, bless you, he's just choking on his food. It was my most liked picture on Facebook and Instagram ever, which is fine. Like, thank you for anyone who supported it. That it took a really long time for me to get there, and it was and still am proud of how I did it, and for the most part, how I did it, and you know where I'm at now. What happened was, when I started working at a different place last year, I didn't have time to go to the gym because I was sitting in traffic for 2 hours a day. So that basically eliminated my gym time. So over the course of, I would say, the last like 10 months or so, I started a little bit back, I think in March, going to the gym on a somewhat regular basis, but I didn't really take the time to do it because I wasn't sure if I was going to be at the same company or what was going to be happening with my job situation, so I didn't want to get a gym membership somewhere that I wasn't going to be able to go to. But I since have gone and downloaded an app that I can just take classes as I go. And so I'm looking into signing up for a gym again, which is exciting. And just wanted to say that it's okay to gain weight. You know, I have gained some weight back. And so that's where I'm at now. And the point is that even though most people will post their before and afters, sometimes you'll go back up, and I'm in that going back up type of deal right now. And you know, that's okay, because I'm still a person. I'm still worthy of every bit of love that I get, and I'm glad that now I'm a lot more accepting of where I'm at. You know, I still have days where I don't feel that way, but this is getting a little preachy. What I'm trying to say is just, you know, love the body that you're given and where you're at now, because your health is your journey and you don't need to worry about anybody else. I know it's easy for me to say because I am on the, I don't want to say on the lower end of the spectrum because that sounds like elitist, but I know I'm on the thinner side of the spectrum in terms of like sizing, I guess, but in terms of numbers, I feel like I'm not, but I know that I've come a long way and I can get to where I want to, and just because I'm not there doesn't mean that I'm not still a good person or that I'm not able to be confident. I don't know where this is going, but basically I'm back into going to the gym and it feels really good, and I wanted to tell you guys that. So there we go. We're well past 15 minutes, so I'm definitely gonna have to edit this video, which is fine. But thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed, and keep an eye out. I know I had said I was maybe going to do a theme something or other, and maybe I will, because now that I have to edit this video, that could be a thing that I have to do, but we shall see. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next weekend.